Hello, good to have you with us on Red Barn Radio. I'm Brad Becker. This is season 19 of Red Barn Radio, if you didn't know. And tonight we welcome you to show number 725. All clap. We continue to keep our staff and our musical guests safe, adhering to state and local guidelines concerning cleanliness and personal protective equipment, so we don't have any audience in the house other than those of us running cameras and running audio. So, ladies and gentlemen, for now, you, the online viewers and radio listeners, are the Red Barn Radio audience, and you have 100% of our attention. Tonight on Red Barn Radio, an evening of music and conversation with Wolfpen Branch. Wolfpen Branch is a new band comprised of several familiar faces in the emerging bluegrass music scene. With a style that nudges traditional to new places, this Kentucky-made Bluegrass quintet, we think you'll agree, is making some really fine music and will be a very cool thing to watch in coming months, and we hope longer. Welcome Wolfpen Branch to Red Barn Radio.
Savior lives inside of me. All I gotta do is set him free. My Savior lives inside of me, and all I gotta do is set him free. I'm going up on a mountain, ain't coming down till the morning. I'm going up on a mountain, ain't coming down in shame. I'm going up to set my soul free, and I ain't coming down until the morning. I'm going up to set my soul free, and I ain't coming down in chains. I'm going up on a mountain, ain't coming down till the morning. I'm going up on a mountain, ain't coming down in chains. I'm going up on a mountain, ain't coming down till the morning. I'm going up on a mountain, and I ain't coming down in chains. And I ain't coming down in chains.
Welcome to Red Barn Radio. Wherever in the world you're listening, welcome to Roots Music Southern Style. Thanks to WEKU, Red Barn Radio's official radio partner, NPR for Central and Eastern Kentucky. Listen online at weku.org. Red Barn Radio is supported by Visit Lex, Lexington, Kentucky's Convention and Visitors Bureau. More information on what Lexington has to offer is at visitlex.com. LexArts, Lexington, Kentucky's premier cultural development, advocacy, and fundraising organization, working for the development of a strong and vibrant arts community as a means of enhancing the quality of life in Central Kentucky. Follow Red Barn Radio on Twitter and like us on Facebook. Here's the host of Red Barn Radio to tell us more about tonight's performers.
This evening, we bring to the Red Barn stage Wolfpen Branch, recognized as a band to watch in 2021 by the Lexington, Kentucky Herald Leader. Wolfpen Branch puts powerful vocals to a backdrop of world-class bluegrass chops to bring home a heapin' helpin' of groove. Wolfpen Branch is Arthur Hancock IV, Roddy Puckett, Chris Schaus, Aaron Biebelhauser, Katie Penn. Welcome back, Wolfpen Branch, to Red Barn Radio.
Thank you, Brad. Thanks for having us here on the show. We're really glad to be back. I got even in my past to be here quite a bit back in the day at Red Barn Radio. It's like coming home, but here's a song that I wrote and brought to the band. It's called Then I'm Gone, and we're looking forward to getting this one recorded real soon.
1, 2, 3.
Like every day, another drag. Hasn't always been that way, it's just that bad. Out on the oceans or in the streets, the constant motion, mother weeps. I knew myself, so I thought, digging deep below, still plain lost. Out on a cliff's edge, with all I brought, the constant motion, falls far. I don't know where to run to, I don't know where to hide. 1 foot before, just 1, 2, then I'm gone.
Thank you. We'll do a song written by the banjo player, Aaron Biebelhauser. This is a song that he wrote called Blue Collar Dreams.
It requires the banjo to be in tune, apparently.
Hang it up.
Here we go.
pumpkins withered on the vine.
Well, I'll kick the can a little further down the line while my good intentions wither on the vine.
Yeah.
Good job, Aaron.
Good job, Aaron. Hope everyone out there is being safe and having a good time joining us here on Red Barn Radio. We appreciate you. I'm going to dedicate this song to my cousin, Kipper Worthington, down in Nashville, Tennessee. He wrote it, and I stole it from him, and now claim that I co-wrote it with him. So, no, I'm kidding. We got to work on it together, and I enjoy this tune quite a bit. Stuck in a room, nowhere to go, so I head to my mind and I hop on the road, just a long straight line to 1,000 feet above. Pull in the gate, that angel go. Head to the mountain, get there today. A good place to be when you can't find your way. Head to the mountain, get there today. Stuck in the clay. No, you can't get by hanging on a ledge. And the city speaking, it's messing with my head. So I head for the hill, just 100 miles away. Find a little peace on a sunny day. Head to the mountain, stuck in the clay.
That Roddy Puckett singing one called Square One.
Had to find some higher ground, had some fear to get around. You can say what you don't know, later on won't work no more. Last time through I hid my tracks, so well I could not come back. Yeah, Yeah, my way was hard to find. Can't sell your soul for a piece of mind. Square one, my slate is clear. Rest your head on me, my dear. Took a world of trouble, took a world of tears. Took a long time to get back here. Tried so hard to stand alone. Struggled to see past my nose. Always had more dogs and bones. I could never wear those clothes. It's a dark victory. You won and you also lost. Told us you were satisfied, but it never came across. Square one, my slate is clear. Rest your head on me, my dear. Took a world of trouble, took a world of tears. Took a long time to get back here. Square one, my slate is clear. Rest your head on me, my dear. It took a world of trouble, took a world of tears. Took a long time to get back here. Square one, my slate is clear. Rest your head on me, my dear. Took a world of trouble, took a world of tears. Took a long time to get back here.
Well, if you're just joining us, you are listening to the soothing and electrifying sounds of Wolfpen Branch. And we are glad to have them here on Red Barn Radio. Wolfpen Branch is Arthur Hancock, Chris Schaus, Aaron Biebelhauser, Katie Penn, and Roddy Puckett. And Roddy just sang that last song. It seems like it's been a long time coming that getting this show to actually happen, Arthur.
Well, it has.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. What's that? Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, Arthur. We're going to have to reschedule this evening.
Okay.
We're not going to be able
We
to
can come
continue
back.
with the program. So
That's very doable. Very doable. I'll be back from Florida in a few weeks.
let's give folks a little background to our story here.
Yeah, so we were supposed to play this last fall, I believe, in the fall of 2020.
I want to say so.
Yeah.
Things were very different then.
Things were very different then, and we were trying to figure out the best way to make this happen. But also, the band has morphed and time has shifted, and Red Barn Radio is all the better for it now that we're here together in this moment.
We've made that shift with you.
Yes.
We are
I love
pivoting. We are pivoting to that new place that you all have come to, and it is a new place, and it's really cool. So I'm kind of curious if we wouldn't, if you don't mind, the pandemic has created all sort of little micro pandemics. One being small talk about the pandemic, but maybe we could do a little, get that out of the way. First of all, I would like to know. for any of you who want to sort of pitch in here, was there any silver lining to this pandemic situation for you? Not necessarily as a musician, but personally, or any way you want to talk about?
I've gotten to spend a lot of quality time with my immediate close unit of family, which is my fiance and her kids, which has been quite wonderful, actually, to spend that time with them and not have a gig every weekend. But now it seems those gigs are coming back, and we'll take them as they come. But getting that time, and then also getting to spend time with Chris. No one had shows. We got to play music, and it was a big deal when we got together. So there's definitely some silver linings in there.
So you all, I mean, all of you do some songwriting, is that right? Or most of you do some songwriting, or at least what, three? A core group of you does songwriting. Was it a creative period for you, Aaron? You wrote, you did a song that maybe the second song in the set.
Yeah. I mean, it has been a creative time, but I haven't really hunkered down that much on songwriting. There are some exceptions. We're going to play some brand new songs here that were written during the pandemic, but yeah, a very nice time to stretch out and focus on recording and producing music that we can share virtually, that we can share without having a live audience.
Yeah.
Like this here,
Yeah, indeed. And Chris, you are a school teacher, so you teach. You said I think third,
fourth, and fifth.
Third, fourth, fifth
Yeah.
music, and you've been teaching kids remotely.
Yes.
Yeah, tell me about that experience for you.
It's very difficult.
Yeah.
Which we've been back in session now for a couple of months. We was hybrid for a while where we had only half the kids coming in, but now we're 4 days a week. I teach in the Estill County school system, so I feel like the right decisions was made with the safety of the teachers and the kids.
Sure.
But yeah, the last part of 2020, that March to May was a really weird time for us as educators, but also for us personally. Because I remember thinking I'm going to have to hunker down for a couple of weeks, but I think that some good has come out of this, because I know now we have a lot of meetings online. We do a lot of things through Zoom or, Google Meets that makes it much more easier to contact people. So anytime something bad happens, it forces you out of your comfort zone, like with technology.
Yeah.
And so I think that it's going to be better after all this is over.
Did you find that there were some kids, for instance in music, were there some kids maybe who were a little sort of hesitant to sort of come out of their shell in a classroom setting, who actually were able to do some interesting things?
Yeah, some
remotely?
kids do better, are doing better with the pandemic. Introverted kids are doing better, but some kids are doing having a more difficult time, more social people. I think kids nowadays have a hard time with their social emotional health is a concern.
Right.
Not just from the pandemic, but just from the fact that they don't hang out like we did when we were kids, because there's too many distractions between video games and cell phones and the like. So I worry about them socially.
Yeah.
So that is one of the concerns from the pandemic. But those kids who are not social to begin with, they're doing great. They're flourishing through the
Interesting,
pandemic.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Could you tell the story a little bit about how Wolfpen Branch came to be? And
Yeah, well, Arthur and I guess it was December 2019, we played a Christmas party. We was at a Christmas party, and we was just jamming. We've known each other for years, so we were jamming, and then Arthur had the suggestion that maybe we should do some shows, like a duo show, just kind of keep it local, just have some fun, because neither one of us were playing with bands at the time. And so I was like, yeah, sure. So that kind of morphed into Hancock and Shouse. We picked up Roddy to have bass, and then
were you still Hancock and Shouse?
Yeah. I guess it was
Roddy.
January of this year we officially became Wolfpen Branch, because playing with Aaron and Katie and Roddy, we deserve to have a cohesive unit because they're spectacular. Arthur and I are probably like the weakest links in the band, so we can't have the band as being Hancock and Shouse. But it's a collective effort, and it's a very great atmosphere to play music in, to collaborate in, to be creative in.
Yeah. Well, I think it's pretty interesting how this is a bluegrass ensemble, and we're kind of used to certain sort of conventions in bluegrass. It's always going to be, that you do the round robin with the solos and all that kind of thing. It's it's really cool to hear more of a sort of unified sound and punch that's going on throughout all the songs, and the harmonies. And it's like the vocals are acting like those solo instruments or something. I'm not sure what it's really working though.
But what's also interesting about this band is that our previous bands, I played guitar and Arthur played banjo. So we're switching instruments. Because in the 23-string band, I play guitar, and the Wooks, Arthur played banjo. So, that's another cool feature to the band that we switched instruments somewhat.
Yeah, right. And so Chris was part of a band, 23-string band, as he just said. And Katie, for a long time, has been associated with her band.
Newtown.
With Newtown, thank you. And in fact, Newtown's been on Red Barn for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. We have a poster out there to prove it. That's right. That's right. Yeah. So Katie and Newtown were a thing for so long, and then Aaron had Relic in Louisville, and all of these were bands that existed for a long time. Like how long did Relic exist, Aaron?
We started that band in like around 04, 05, so it's been
Wow.
around a long time. And we played our last real gig date right before the pandemic hit, like the 29th of February, Leap Day, 2020. And then we're taking a long-term hiatus at this point.
Yeah, and you have a
twin brother.
bro who's in there.
Yeah, my twin brother, my
And-
evil twin,
Uh-huh.
Adam. Yeah,
What's he play?
he plays bass and sings.
Is he
in the
still
band.
playing and singing?
He's still playing and singing at home on the couch, for his daughter. He's got a 1-year-old daughter, and she's his biggest fan. She even likes when he plays the harmonica now. So
Oh wow! Yeah, she must
which is
love him.
unheard of. It's unprecedented.
She must
That will
love him.
change. But the cool thing that will change. The cool thing about this band is that all of us were kind of fronting our own groups. With Arthur his time with the Wooks, and my own band with my brother, and Katie was, steering the ship in her band, and of course, Chris was not just a pretty face with this 23-string band. And Roddy sang and played bass with anybody who's anybody in this.
Yeah, right. We've
Central
seen
Kentucky
Roddy. We've seen
region.
Roddy
He's-
and with kind of everybody. And
Yeah.
Wooks, Arthur. I barely said Wooks. The Wooks continue. They continue on, and without you doing their own kind of thing. Is it?
They've got a new record I'm hearing coming out, and they're all great friends, and
Yeah.
it's really cool that everyone keep everything going and make music, and
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. But we're excited. We are excited to have gotten to record some music, and that's kind of one of my primary goals as a unit is to get to record, because just as quickly as it's come, it could things can change, and you just got to record while you can. 'Cause I've learned that's what I've learned in music is things change.
That was my next question: is what have you learned in music?
No, just
Yeah.
we talked, and
Yeah.
things change, and
Yeah, they do.
you enjoy it while the moment.
Yeah.
It's like being here now.
And how is this? How is this set up? This ensemble for you represent something sort of a new phase for you in music.
Well, it's much more relaxing, and as Aaron mentioned, like having to carry a lot of energy as a lead singer, or a lot of the load as a lead singer, is taxing. If you play a lot of road dates and a lot of long gigs or whatnot, and in this band, I'll sing some songs, and Chris will sing some songs, and Katie will sing some songs, and we just pass it around and do what fits and feels right and feels good, and it's really pretty relaxing, because you just step aside and watch somebody else do their thing, and it's a lot of fun, and you're not singing 10 songs in a row or more,
Well, it seems like you all, as far as your practice goes, it seems like you all must devote quite a bit of time to working out your harmonies. We have some nice harmonies in most of your tunes. Is that true, or is this just sort of happened?
We've honestly it's all happened on the fly.
It comes pretty natural.
It comes pretty
Well, that's
quickly.
good.
Falls into place.
But I do know that there's great people that we admire who would tell us to practice, like J.D. Crowe and those kind of folks that we would really admire. I know they put a lot of work into their harmonies, but we've just been taking it.
Your harmonies sound great.
That's great. Thank you. We appreciate
Crow
it.
would say, "Well, you did the best you could, didn't you?"
Your harmonies sound terrific. Hey,
Thank
sing,
you.
but it's hard for me sometimes to tell who's singing what part. Yeah, it
That's
is.
good.
It is. Yeah, it is. It's hard to know.
That's another thing
I-
about this band. We trade off sometimes. So if I was singing the lead part on Blue Collar Dreams, but when those choruses come around, it just feels natural to keep our strong singing trio. Chris sings the lead part on that.
Yeah.
I just jump down and sing low harmony.
Sing the chorus for "Going Up the Mountain." What? Because I was trying to figure that one out. Who does that? Who's doing what?
I'm going up on a mountain, ain't coming down till the morning. I'm going up on a mountain, ain't coming down in chains.
No, I can't tell who the hell's singing what. I know what Chris is singing, but I can't tell which part you're.
Aaron's a wonderful baritone singer, and baritone is really hard.
I didn't know you could go up there.
That was me doing the Del McCurry
I
thing.
didn't know you could go up there. That's all right.
Here's the deal. In this band, I keep looking at Katie. I'm like, why am I doing this? The longer we stay together, I'd say the sooner it'll be that Katie starts singing all the tenor because she's a fantastic tenor singer.
Oh yeah, she's a great singer. I was wondering, Katie. Yeah, I was wondering. So it all sounded great. But are you going to jump in and do some harmonies?
I do a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more of a height thing because we're all kind of equal heights, and she's not.
And I'm
so
not.
That's
Well, I guess I'm wondering if she's feeling left out a little bit.
I'm
but-
good.
Oh, good. All right.
I like it.
You seem very happy
Yeah,
over there
yeah,
in your
I'm
little
good over
your little
here.
quadrant over there.
Yeah, my little world over
And
here.
you're going to sing a song coming up,
I
right?
am,
All right,
yeah.
good. Looking forward to that. We are with Wolfpen Branch, and hey, I wonder if you might tell us about. So you've got a couple songs: "Born Again," "Dublin Blues," and "The Best." Is "The Best" one of your tunes?
Yeah, the best. The last tune we'll do in this little mini set here, I wrote with a guy named Charles Humphrey last summer, and he's from North Carolina. You might have known him from Songs from the Road Band is his big project, and he's a great songwriter. He writes with some really great, wonderful people, just like Aaron. No, I admire Aaron and Chuck as songwriters. So
Charles was with the Steep Canyon Rangers too. Good
played
songwriter.
bass in the Steeps for a long time, and but he's great at co-writing via Zoom or whatever, which is new to me during the pandemic. But yeah, we literally I sat on a stump and wrote The Best with him last summer, so it was fun to do that. And Dublin, which we're gonna do, is a song Guy Clark tune, and Katie does it so well that we wanted to do it for you tonight. And then the first tune in this little jaunt into musical escapade here is yeah, you like that, Roddy? Is actually a Tyler Childers song, and I was lucky enough. We did that we love the tune and love his music, but also in honor of the fact that we played on Red Barn Radio many years ago. Yeah. So we were going to do that one for you as well.
Well, all right. Well, folks, welcome back, Wolfpen Branch on Red Barn Radio.
Once I was a dying breed, chewing on an ancient leaf before we took the notion to keep up with the times, leave it all behind. Chisel to the paper, tattoos on the ether, fading into life. All the while I gorged my gut, come the time when I would run, running high and low to find my prehistoric queen, to keep me warm in spring, till I go out with my friends, praise the land and wonder when I see her face again. That's right. Till the day I met my doom, I took one in the boiler room to put food on the table of a dying breed of man. Once I was a broken heart, once she tore my heart apart, once my heart put out before I ever got to breathe, and my soul returned to see that I've come to earth again, yeah, clucking out a living as a favorite laying hen. Till the day I met my doom, a fox got in the chicken coop, doing
all he knew to do to feed a hungry den. On and on down the line I swam canals and bore the hide. Funny births along this ride of being born again. One time were you were two, and we both were the word of truth. We built this world together with a loud and mighty bang, and it sounded like a train that echoed o'er the land. And we came up with a game we played of being born again.
Well, I was in Austin in the chili parlor bar, drinking Mad Dog margaritas and not caring where you are. But here I sit in Dublin, just rolling cigarettes, holding back and choking back the shakes with every breath. So forgive me all my angers, forgive me all my faults. There's no need to forgive me for thinking what I thought. I loved you from the get-go, and I love you till I die. I love you on the Spanish steps the day you said goodbye. Well, I am just a poor boy, work's my middle name. If money was a reason, I would not be the same. I'll stand up and be counted, I'll face up to the truth. I'll walk away from trouble, but I can't walk away from you. So forgive me all my anger, forgive me all my faults. There's no need to forgive me for thinking what I thought. I loved you from the get-go, and I love you till I die. I love you on the Spanish steps the day you say goodbye. I've been to Fort Worth, and I've been to Spain, and I've been too proud to come in out of the rain. And I've seen the David, seen the Mona Lisa too, and I've heard Doc Watson play Columbus Stockade Blues. So forgive me all my angers, forgive me all my faults. There's no need to forgive me for thinking what I thought. I love you from the get-go, and I love you till I die. I loved you on the Spanish steps the day you said goodbye.
Thank you, thank you. And here's that tune, The Best. Ladies and gentlemen, we walked down the street to the Goodfellas Pizzeria, and they gave us our pizza for free because they knew who we were from playing bluegrass music. So if you have a dream, and that dream is getting free pizza because you play bluegrass music, follow your dreams, ladies and gentlemen. Follow your dreams. Because that's all you might get for playing. No, I'm kidding. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Train a string of horses, usually 3 or 4. I'm a black sheep at the courses. This job ain't for the poor. I'm counting every dollar, keep my family fed. They call this game sport of kings. The princes are born and bred. I walked Hots for Lucian Lauren back in '73. He wore the Triple Crown that year, mostly thanks to me. Fought red around the country, sleeping in my car. Folks like me ain't the best, but the best know who we are. All y'all know the pros, they're the household names. It's a tight old boys country club, full of cash and fame. We've been rubbing elbows, paying dues is hard. May not be the best, but the best know who we are.
I'm the John Prine of the steel saw. I build anything you name. For a concrete build a mansion, cut the joists on a timber frame. I'm accounting every dollar to keep my family fed. Yeah, my truck's a '97. We're both worn through the threads. Yeah, my boss man drives the Cummins. He writes all the checks. While he's up in the office, well, we just break our necks. Well, he's on the local chamber, and I'm at the local bar. Yeah, folks like me ain't the best, but the best know who we are.
All y'all know the pros, they're the household names. It's a tight old boys country club, full of cash and fame. We've been rubbing elbows, paying dues is hard. May not be the best, but the best know who we are. We don't get the credit we deserve.
Yeah, the big man thinks we're all here to serve.
The backbone of this country, the beat and the heart. Not time we rest easy, we've all done our part. All y'all know the pros, they're the household names. It's a tight old boys country club, full of cash and fame. We've been rubbing elbows, paying dues is hard. May not be the best, but the best know who we are. We've been rubbing elbows, paying dues is hard. May not be the best, but the best know who we are. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Good job, thank you. Did you?
Hey, before we get going on with more music from Wolfpen Branch, I want to tell you about some things coming up. Next week on Red Barn Radio, you should join us because we've got with us from Louisville, Kentucky, Croggan's Crossing. Croggan's Crossing is a revolving group of performers, some of whom have performed on the Red Barn stage before. They play Celtic music with bluegrass twist. I think you're going to really enjoy it. Join Anna, Charlie, Chris, Kelsey next week. That's Croggan's Crossing on Red Barn Radio's live stream. We do roots music Southern style here. That's what Red Barn Radio is about. And we are glad you are with us this evening. And now let's get back to tonight's Red Barn Radio program. Red Barn Radio is coming to you live on our social media platforms from the Arts Place Performance Hall here in the city of Lexington, Kentucky. Please welcome back Wolfpen Branch to the Red Barn stage.
Thank y'all so much. Here's one of those brand new songs we were talking about. Wrote this one January the 17th, I think.
January 17th.
It's a brand new song. Yeah.
What time of day?
I don't know. It was midday. It was probably about noon, I think. I had a cup of coffee. I don't know.
11 days
But
B flat.
the key of B flat. I like the key of B flat because it's right next to B. And it goes just like this.
I've been burning the midnight oil, all night hustle and the toil, on the graveyard shift, working overtime, see the morning light begin to shine.
I kiss your face when I return to a little home where the wood fire burns. I love you now and always will, but I never get enough to have my fill.
Well, I've been burning the midnight oil, all night hustle and the toil, on the graveyard shift, working overtime, see the morning light begin to shine.
Well, some old day we'll turn around, inside out and upside down. Look straight ahead, and you will see that the road ahead is bound to set us free.
I've been burning the midnight oil, all night hustle and the toil, on the graveyard shift, working overtime, see the morning light begin to shine. I've been burning the midnight oil, all night hustle and the toil, on the graveyard shift, working overtime, see the morning light begin to shine.
With the graveyard ship working overtime, they'll see the morning light begin to shine.
This is a song that Arthur wrote. It's an instrumental called Tree Took My Hat Off.
Like, you know what I mean? Like if you're ever in the woods and you're taking a walk and the tree takes your hat off, it happens. If you know what I mean, then you're actually from the country. Thank you very much.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Here's a song that I recorded on a solo EP, and decided to do it with this band because it's a great tune. It's the Larry Rice tune. Both Larry and his brother Tony are no longer with us, but they made a lot of great music here in Lexington, Kentucky, where Red Barn Radio is taking place. So
there's that.
there's that. 1, 2, 3. Back to the country, get me away from here. For living without you is the reason that I'm through with these blues that keep me here. Now get me away from the city, move me on further down the line. Take me back to the country, so I can leave these blues behind. Proving you unfaithful, and I've been hearing the bad things that you do. What happened to the promises you made me? You made me leave the country like a fool. I've got another woman that is waiting back in the country far away. Take me back to the country, I can leave these blues behind. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Katie Penn on the fiddle. Country, get me away from here. For living without you is the reason that I'm through with these blues that keep me here. Now get me away from the city, move me on further down the line. Take me back to the country, I can leave these blues behind. So I can leave these blues behind.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good job. Thank you, Roddy.
You're welcome.
If you're just joining us, folks, you're listening to the new bluegrass sounds of Wolfpen Branch, and we are so enjoying what they are doing right here in our studio here at Arts Place in Lexington, Kentucky. We're glad you're with us. Arthur, I couldn't help but think about what you were saying earlier about the fruit, the perks of being a bluegrass player. You go down you just go down to any place. You just walk into a pizza place and they say, "Yeah, here, take a slice, take a piece of pie." And it made me remember. I went into the Bluegrass Bakery over there off of not far down there by Wellington Way. I walked in there and a guy says, "Hey, I recognize your voice. Aren't you Arthur Hancock?" Yeah, I'll tell you what you can do with your scone, man. Yeah. You just take that scone.
I've never been much of a scone guy, but free 99 is my favorite price. So, yeah. And Katie actually paid for her pizza. Thank you very much.
Interesting.
I paid for mine.
She went in first.
Free.
Well, I was going to actually talk with you first, Katie. Why don't we start there? How did that make you feel when you had to go in?
Well, pretty terrible.
Yeah,
honestly.
right,
Yeah, it's pretty
right.
terrible.
A little sad, a little lonely. maybe.
Yeah, pretty sad.
Hey, Katie, I did actually want to talk to you. I thought it'd be interesting for folks listening to just hear some of you. You're all seasoned players. I'd love for you just to tell a little bit about your story and how you started playing and sort of, your rise in music. Yeah, could you talk about how you started as a young person and?
Well, I started off playing, I started the first time when I was about 5 and then quit. And then I tried it again around 9 or 10. And pretty much, if I'm being honest, the sole reason why I stuck with it the second time was because everybody said I wasn't going to. So that was pretty much what inspired me to keep going with that.
So, question.
Yes.
Yeah. So at 5, I know it's hard to remember back when you're 5. I don't remember much about that time in my life. But when you quit though for 4 years, do you think that was because it was all sort of practice and paper and?
Yeah. I think
magic?
I wasn't prepared for it to be as much work as it was at 5. And I was so much more mature at 9.
Were you doing Suzuki? Doing Suzuki method? That
No,
kind of
I
thing?
didn't actually. No, I started taking from Wanda Barnett, and I started off, bluegrass right off the bat.
Oh, wow,
She wrote some tablature out for me, but a lot of it was by ear, and then went to Art Mize after that, and
Oh, all right.
and then because a producer I was working with at the time, Bill Vorndick, suggested that I try Suzuki and failed miserably at that. Apparently, they don't like it when you improv. When they play something and you play it back a little bit different, that doesn't go over too well.
Yeah,
so
I can see that.
I didn't stick with Suzuki very long. And started playing, I guess professionally when I was about 12. Went on the road with the Young Acoustic All-Stars, and then...
Who's the Young Acoustic All-Stars? Was that like a sort of a youth bluegrass?
It was,
Yeah.
it was a youth in bluegrass, and actually I wasn't in the first group of that. I actually replaced Michael Cleveland. No pressure.
Oh no.
Yeah, but the group that I was a part of was Josh Williams and myself, Joey Gibson, Jonathan Jones, and Wade Butler. And of course, Josh is playing with Rhonda Vincent now. And
Oh wow.
yeah, I don't think the other guys play for a living, but I'm sure they all still play.
Was this a national group?
It was.
Okay.
Yeah, we were from all over, and we came together and played shows. But and then went on to play with the New Coon Creek Girls, which turned into Dale Ann Bradley's band, and then Pam Gadd after that, and then I did a country stint, and then came back to bluegrass.
What was the country stint like? What'd you do?
I played with a guy actually from around here. His name is Lynn Doolin.
Uh-huh.
And it was a blast. It was so much fun after playing bluegrass for so many years and just, doing something different. But then ultimately I missed bluegrass and had to come back and thought I'd start my own band. And that was a lot of work.
And that was Newtown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun, though.
Yeah, what was most challenging about sort of having your own, Katie Penn and Newtown? What was most challenging about that?
It's a lot of pressure overall being, any of these guys could tell you, fronting your own band, when you show up, if it's not exactly what somebody expects or, it's all on you. It's just a lot of pressure.
Well, you guys really delivered. Most of us and a lot of listeners I know watch Newtown play
Thank you.
at various festivals. You guys always delivered. There's never any question about it. When you guys were on the bill, it was going to be fun.
Well, I was probably a nervous wreck.
Yeah, never
I
saw
would
that.
say. Yeah. But it
Well,
was fun.
yeah. Well, you brought so much to this music and so much to the music of this region, and I mean,
Thank
it's
you.
yeah.
Are you nervous now? Are you more chill with us?
I'm much more chill with them. Yeah.
Well, this is a chill thing. Hey, Roddy, you're up at the mic. Thanks, Katie. Hey, Roddy, thanks for stepping up.
Yeah.
I was wondering who's going to step up next.
I didn't mean to.
Hey, tell us about you and your sort of history in music, where it came from.
Oh man, I don't know what happened. I grew up on pop music, Michael Jackson and AC/DC. So there was that.
with a
Natural progression to this.
with an older brother, and
Oh, right.
but started playing. I played saxophone when I was in middle school, and then decided I was going to try to play football. And I wish I would have stayed with saxophone. Wasn't very good at football. And anyway, I went and saw the Grateful Dead when I was 17, and I was like, "Whoa!"
Everything changed.
Changed, man, everything you can imagine. But I had to figure out how to play the guitar, and there was one in the corner of the house of my dad and stepmother's, and figured out how to tune it. And my dad actually showed me my first couple chords on it, and really from there, I was hooked. I started going to UK my freshman year, and I shouldn't have, but I played music, learned how to play music, and a lot of Grateful Dead, which led me to appreciating jazz and bluegrass, folk music. Turned me on to Old and Away, and I was like, "What's this stuff?" And I'm in the heart of it all, and I was surrounded by friends who were pickers and needed a bass player. So
Yeah.
that's how I started a jam band in like '93, and Green Jeans, and we still play a little bit
Oh, right.
now and then, and we all still play, not collectively, but in the music scene.
You bet.
Yeah. So, and then
All right.
ended up playing with the Wooks and taking that on the road with Arthur, and then luckily COVID happened. Luckily, COVID happened. But it did, the silver lining, as you
Yeah,
speak,
right, right.
allowed for some time to be open and space, and here we are.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks, Rod.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
Chris, would you mind kind of telling just your quick story of where you started with music? Was it so Roddy's gateway drug was the Dead. What was it that got you hooked on music as a young
Actually, I
person?
started playing in church. That was
Yeah.
that was where I started playing.
Well, I knew there had to be some church in this mix because
Yeah.
all those natural harmonies don't come from guys who don't go to church.
Right.
Right.
But yeah, when I went as a child, they didn't have a piano player. They had a guy that played guitar on the front pew that played for the congregation, and he invited me to come strum along. So for years I sat beside of him. But when I started playing, that was in the grunge era in the '90s. So I was into Pearl Jam and Nirvana and all that music for years. And then around the time I started teaching school, early 2000s, I kind of got back into bluegrass a little bit more, and I was like, it seems kind of natural to me because the guy that I learned to play from was a bluegrass guitar
no
player.
kidding.
So I kind of innately got that rhythm hand.
Sorry, the guy from your church?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Oh, that's neat.
So then my family all plays, so I kind of grew up playing and singing in church. So I guess that's one of the reasons I sing loud, because, they didn't have microphones a lot of times, so you just
Yeah.
really get out
You
there.
do
and-
sing loud. I mean, you really project. Do you have, is your voice just rock solid, doesn't give you any trouble?
No trouble, really.
Take good care of it?
I do. If I sing really hard, like tomorrow morning, I may be kind of raspy. I have to kind of get in shape for it. But with this band, I'm not having to sing nowhere near as much. But if, years ago when I was singing 3-hour sets, I really had to be careful with it.
Yeah, I
Especially
bet.
where I sing hard. Because the next day you have to sing again for 3 hours.
Have you ever
So-
hurt your voice?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I got polyps one time, or I got something happening. There was like one range that I couldn't hit. I could sing a couple of songs that get real raspy, and it really freaked me out, obviously.
Well, yeah.
And then I went to a doctor. They didn't see anything major, so I just did vocal rest. So for one day I didn't whisper, I didn't speak at all day long. So it cured it. Yeah.
Sorry, 1 day of vocal rest is what it took?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I thought you were going to say for 1 year,
No. Just if your voice is causing you trouble, just rest it. I mean, it's a muscle.
Right.
Yeah. Just shut up.
Just shut up, right.
You plan on doing that again?
Yes, I'm going to.
Shut your mouth.
When we start traveling, be like, Chris, I think it's time for you to take some vocal rest.
Hey, thanks, Chris. And there's so much more to tell, but I'm gonna kind of hustle through. Hey, Arthur, since we're talking about how Chris dealt with that vocal situation, you had a situation that was a little bit bigger that drove you to a nail salon for trouble.
Yeah,
for help.
I'm a heavy patron of the local nail salon scene. It's
Tell
still
folks about
so it's
that,
still
yeah.
an ongoing thing. Sometime in 2017, I was on the road with Roddy playing in the Wooks, and I was actually in Telluride, and we were there for a band competition, and I noticed that I was unable to play a roll, and my hand started to malfunction, basically.
You mean on that day it did? Or
No,
did
it was
you feel coming
developing.
on? Yeah, okay.
I could feel it coming, and I was trying to practice through it. Literally, maybe last week, I finally got a diagnosis. So it's kind of an enigmatic, weird thing. It's called musician's dystonia or focal dystonia.
I wrote it down because I
wrote
wanted to tell Catherine what it was.
Yes, and so there's a number of banjo players, great banjo players that have had it, pianists, violinists, major orchestral. Also, there's some form of it that affects brass players on their lips. And it's very weird, though. I'm just getting to know about it. But my redneck adaptation to deal with no thumb was just to get a fake nail on my index finger and to play acoustic guitar with a fake nail on my index. Yeah, I'm mashing with my index. So, I mean, I love playing music, and that's always been a huge part of my life. My father taught me, and we played a lot together, and it was a traumatic experience to lose the banjo. I mean, how much I loved playing the banjo.
Right.
It was a really tough situation. And
were there some dark days there where you were kind of wondering, like,
oh, big
what
time.
does this mean?
Yeah, I've gone through all the phases of it. Now I'm just grateful to play. I'm hoping to find some healing. If you're out there listening and you're a focal dystonia doctor, give me a buzz. But there's some hope that I can maybe play the banjo again, or I'd like to at least get where I can hold a guitar pick again, because that obviously.
Oh, so there's no pick in the mix anymore.
I can't use my thumb. It's kind of like having an appendage that you can't control.
Interesting. So there's no brace or anything. Just
I actually considered getting a doctor to make a little brace that would hold the pick for me, like a blue chip or something.
Right.
I don't know, but right now this works. I'm grateful I get to play in this band and sing with these guys. It's a real honor and privilege. I always looked up to all of them. So.
Well, it's great that you sort of found the courage. It could have gone, like you say, pretty dark, I guess, if you didn't have the right spirit and support. Yeah, that's right. Maybe you could have just said, well, this is it. So it's got to be encouraging, I think. I'm sure there are other players out there listening, and we know there must be many stories out there of players who have lost a finger or,
Yeah, you think about Django Reinhardt and all the stuff that, great players have overcome a lot of injuries or loss of a limb or what
voice, right?
Or voice or anything, and so it's just really, I think there's a lot of lessons in there, especially just being, music is such a gift. The act of playing and singing and doing that with people or with yourself. So definitely the lesson I've learned the most is just be grateful that you can do it.
Yeah,
'cause it is a gift.
And it's neat that you have an ensemble of this kind, though, that allows you to sort of sit in that role.
Totally.
Where you can just pound out that sound and rhythm and make it work.
Yeah. Let them do all the heavy lifting.
Yeah, it's
So
great.
It's a lot of
great.
fun.
And using your other gift, which is your voice.
Yes, sir.
And last but not least, Aaron, would you mind just telling us a quick little history of you and your playing and how did that start?
Thanks for having us on.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up playing in church or I didn't have any sort of gateway thing going on except for just listening to a lot of music. My dad sang barbershop quartet music, so that immediately made me interested in backing harmony vocal singing and stuff. And then, really, I took piano lessons when I was in 4th grade, but never played music with other people, any sort of ensemble, until I was a young adult. And just so it worked out where my twin brother Adam was learning to play bass and sing at the same time that I was picking up the banjo and a little bit of guitar and eventually dobro and pedal steel, and I play a few other things now. But yeah, we started singing together, and that obviously in bluegrass and country music, that's a big deal. It's like the sibling harmony.
Yeah.
Is historically a powerful thing. So, but I'm
Did you guys
very
form
grateful.
Relic? I'm sorry.
I'm very grateful that I started doing that, because it's like Chris said, you didn't have any microphones, so you just wanted to be loud enough to be able to carry your voice. And in my case, it was like two of us, and it was a little competitive. So it was like, well, if he's going to sing higher and louder, then I got to sing higher and louder than that.
Yeah.
And to be able to blend, But so that's the nuts and bolts of it. And then I got into writing songs and pitching songs to other bands, and had some very fortunate, occurrences where some people recorded songs of mine, and now I get to share tunes and write tunes with my friends here. And this Kentucky band is really something really magical, because of that fact that everybody knows what it's like to carry the load of fronting the whole thing and kind of steering the ship and doing the bulk of the paddling all at once. And now we don't feel like that. That's why we're able to have such a good time together, because we know that we've got each other's backs. And the next thing coming up might not be, the physically demanding parts of like singing the high part, don't rest in the same person for every song. So
that is magical.
Nice.
I mean, it is, and you guys hold on to it and enjoy it as long as you can. And it's a great sound. It's a real driving sound. It's so much fun to listen to and fun to watch you guys. It's fun to watch you guys enjoy each other. That just makes a huge difference for anybody who's listening to this.
I heard a wise man say, we don't have much fun, but we make a lot of money doing it.
Well, this is Wolfpen Branch, folks. We're talking to all these guys, and we're so glad you guys are here. And there's more music to come. Hey, what's the next? We got "Boat on the Ocean," Wolfpen Branch. That's a song that Arthur wrote. I think I heard a version of that. And who did "Boat on the Ocean"?
Yeah, "Boat on the Ocean" is a song that I wrote with a guy, a dear friend of mine named Mylan Miller. He's a great songwriter in Nashville, and this song got recorded by Dale Ann Bradley on a record that came out. It's not her most recent record, but a record called what is it called? Anyway, "Boat on the Ocean" recorded by Dale Ann Bradley, and we're going to do our own rendition of it here. Arthur's going to sing the Dale Ann Bradley part.
All right. and then don't have a clue. Can you tell us about that tune?
You'll hear that in this next segment too.
Yeah, and Don't Have a Clue. I wrote that song, and it's going to be our first single that's going to be released April the 2nd to streaming platforms. Everywhere.
That's Chris Chouse talking to those of you who are listening to the radio, and those of you who are seeing the live stream. You're looking at that. We're looking forward to these tunes. Let's go on with Wolfpen Branch.
Yesterday you told me another's love you'd find. If I didn't give you reason enough to change your mind, I know the path that I've been taking ain't the man I want to be. Is it too late to say I'm sorry? Will you stay or will you leave?
It seems to me you're like a boat out on the ocean, beaten by storms beyond the bay. And I can see your silhouette on the horizon. Are you headed home or sailing far away?
We've got the kind of love comes and goes with the tide. We always end up on the shore where the waves and rocks collide. Yet another frozen morning, you're somewhere lost at sea. But I find myself here dreaming, you're lying next to me.
It seems to me you're like a boat out on the ocean, beaten by storms beyond the bay. And I can see your silhouette on the horizon. Are you headed home or sailing far away?
Maybe
beaten by storms beyond the bay, and I can see your silhouette on the horizon. Are you headed home or sailing far away? Are you headed home or sailing far away?
So here's a song that I wrote called Wolfpen Branch. It's an honor to be here at Red Barn Radio with all of you this evening and to get to play live bluegrass and acoustic music for you. "60 hours to the work week. Around here the thrills come cheap. Find us down at Rawson's Creek. We're gonna have a time down the holler off B-Rock Hill. Cool water if you need a chill. Boys mashing apples on a mill. Barns mountain wine. Creek kicking for the weekend. Folks are hollering on the way in. County girls, let it all begin. This should be your crime. Full week on Wolfpen Branch. Little city like a worked out ranch. Tie with chitters and the food stamps. Gonna have a time. Hunting agate on station camp. Found a killer, got her in the clamp. Think she's banded with a dripping stamp. This one is mine. Banjo picking on a full moon. Hear the whippoorwill as she swoons. Up all night like a wild coon. Just mind the shine. Creek kicking for the weekend. Folks are hollering on the way in. County girls, let it all begin. This should be your crime. Full week on Wolfpen Branch. Little city like a worked out ranch. Tie with chitters and the food stamps. We're gonna have a time. Creek kicking for the weekend. Folks are hollering on the way in. County girls, let it all begin. This should be your crime. Full week on Wolfpen Branch. This is a great song, but the song that we're about to play and close out the show with towards the end here is the great Don't Have a Clue, written by Christopher Schaus. You'll hear it in our musical arrangement coming up next, but we really appreciate Red Barn Radio and all of you for listening. Little city like a worked out ranch. Tie with chitters and the food stamps. We're gonna have a time with the Roberts on Wolfpen Branch. We're gonna have a time.
I got a head like a stone, I'm telling you, man, I gotta let that go. We're gonna let it flow down to the Gulf of Mexico. You see the forest for the trees, you feel the wind for the breeze. You hear you're sorry for your pleasing, and so it goes. Oh, she's got me by a string. She says she likes to hear me sing. Well, we're gonna buy her a diamond ring, and this life will go on. like a stone, I'm telling you, man, I gotta let that go. It gets in the way of love from growing old. And it reminds me of a song, been in my head too strong. Well, I want you to sing along at the end of the day. Well, I don't ever knew I've been lost a time or two. I don't know my way, but who's to say that today might be the day. I got a head like a stone, I'm telling you. I don't ever knew I've been lost a time or two. I don't know my way, but who's to say that today might be the day.
Hey, all right.
Thank you.
We would like
Thank you,
to
thank
thank we would like to thank Wolfpen Branch for being with us this evening. We also thank our volunteers and staff for their help in making our production happen each and every week. Thank you all for listening to Red Barn Radio. Those of you listening on the Red Barn network of stations and around the world. Thanks to WEKU, Red Barn Radio's official radio partner, NPR for Central and Eastern Kentucky. Listen online at weku.org. It's your chance to hear more great live music from Red Barn Radio and WEKU. Those of you here in Central and Eastern Kentucky area, be sure to check out Red Barn TV. Hey, our weekly program of music now on ABC 36 WTVQ. Red Barn Radio comes to you from our home, the Arts Place Performance Hall in downtown Lexington, Kentucky. We thank LexArts President and CEO Amy Sweetall for helping to make the production of Red Barn Radio possible. Our website has updates and further information on all of our guests in our program. We're on the web at redbarnradio.com. And now, folks, once again, for one more tune, welcome back Wolfpen Branch to the Red Barn stage.
Thanks a lot, Brad, Ed, Matthew, all you guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. This song is called Nary, and we recorded Nary, and we recorded this. It's in the can. It'll be coming out here in a while.
Soon, yeah.
Thank you.
1,
I wish I was a pretty little
I hear a yeehaw from cameraman John Burke.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, that's all for our show for this week, folks. You can see and hear Red Barn Radio worldwide, though, as we stream live on the web on YouTube and Twitch, Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern in North America, and archived performances on Spotify and video on the Red Barn Radio YouTube channel. There's a lot of places to catch Red Barn Radio. Be sure to check out our social media for updates to our upcoming schedules and more information on our program. And now, folks, from all of us here at Red Barn Radio to all of our friends around the globe, it is our hope that you have a terrific week. Keep working together to be safe and healthy. And until next time, good night from Red Barn Radio.